guys, welcome to another video with us. Today we're going to be making spaghetti and it's going to be so delicious. So what you're going to be needing is you're going to need all-purpose flour, an egg, and salt. And I'll put the instructions and ingredients down in the description box if you need it. You're also going to need a bowl to mix the materials in, and let's get started. Okay, so when you begin, the first thing you're going to be needing is your all-purpose flour. You're going to need 1 cup of all-purpose flour to begin with, and so I have a half a cup right here, so I'll be using 2 of them because this is half a cup and I need 1 cup. So make sure it's half a cup. And try not to, or 1 cup, and see if you can get it equal. Make sure it's not spreading out. Okay. Well, I guess I'll put less on the second half because I put a bit more on that one, but. Okay, so we have 1 cup, and then after you put the 1 cup, you want to mix it up kind of so it's kind of spread out. And then after you mix it, we're going to begin with the egg. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you need a beaten egg, so I'm just going to crack the egg and put it right here. And you're probably going to go wash your hands, but I have a napkin, so I'm just going to wipe it really quick. And then go wash my hands after I finish this. And you're just going to want to mix it. And after you think it's beaten good enough, you can put it in the flour. Finish beating the egg and you have it pretty well beaten, you're going to pour it in the flour. Try to get everything out. And after you've got all the egg out, you're going to mix the flour until you have it more like a dough-ish, or I don't know what you want to call it, like a mix kind of thing. You kind of mix this kind of good enough. You're going to need to get half a tablespoon of salt and put it in there. You could do this maybe if you want before you put in the egg or after. I'm going to put it after. So just put it in. And so now we're just going to mix it again so we get it spread out. Now what you're going to do is you're going to do 2 tablespoons of water, and I have water in a cup right here because we need water. Because you want it to be more like dough, and if you don't have the water, it's not really doughy yet. So I put my 2 tablespoons of water, and now we're just going to mix it even more. And you want it to be more like a dough, so you can obviously use your hands and make it dough. Okay, so you're kind of wanting to mix it and make it like a patty or dough, and make sure you have most of the things on there that are in the bowl. I made 2 batches, and the one that I made turned out like this, and then the other one turned out like this. Both of them are pretty good. But either way, you want it to be like this, and after you do it, you're going to get either a pasta press or something, and you're gonna make it super thin, like crazy thin. If you don't, you can kind of roll it out on a rolling board or cutting board or anything, but you want to roll it out flat. So that's what we're gonna do next, and then we will cut it into pieces and we will eat it and enjoy the food we made. Okay, so this is the cutting board that we have, or we're gonna use, and it's not a cutting board, it's like the thingies that you like roll it on. So rolling board, and so you're gonna roll it out and make it super thin, like crazy thin. And when you make it thin, it's not like, oh, it's thin, it's good. It has to be really thin because spaghetti is thin. And you want it to be really thin. And this is kind of pasta-y. And I actually made this before and it turned out really good. And so I decided to make a video to share with you guys. So mine seems thin at the bottom, but it actually isn't thin at all. I've used a spaghetti flattener, and that works pretty well because you just put it in twice and you've got it really thin. So for this, if you want it that thin, you kind of have to work. Like, this end kind of seems thin, but I'm probably going to go again and make it even more thin. And you want to really press down on it, spread it out, and make sure it's really flat. Okay, so after you have it rolled out, and you think it's thin enough for pasta, spaghetti, whatever you want to call this, you're going to take a knife or something, or a plastic one's fine too, and you're gonna cut thin strips of it, and you will boil it in water for about 3 minutes, and then you're set to go. Okay, so I'm using a plastic knife and kind of cutting it. Like, I'm probably gonna make it thin, and it's not gonna be spectacularly equal, but it's gonna be somewhat equal. That, like, I can cut it or eat it. And this is gonna be kind of diagonal because I have pieces on here and they're not evenly lined up. So all my pieces are not gonna be equal because I can't make it that good or cut that well, I guess. But you can try your best to cut it equally, and then boil it for about 3 minutes, and you've got your pasta. And don't forget the spaghetti sauce. If you'd like to make it, I'll put the recipe down in the description box. But if not, you can just buy spaghetti sauce and use it. So that's about it.